What is a who? What do green eggs and ham taste like? Where did that cat with the hat come from? Although these questions have never fully been answered, these characters created by Theodor Seuss Geisel, better known as Dr. Seuss, have gone down in history. Theodor Seuss Geisel was born March 2, 1904, in Springfield, Massachusetts, to parents Theodore Robert and Henrietta Seuss Geisel. Hit hard by Prohibition due to his father's occupation, Theodore Geisel opted to attend Dartmouth College in Hanover, New Hampshire, at age 18. While attending Dartmouth, Theodore Geisel became editor-in-chief of the campus humor magazine Jack-O-Lantern. He also was part of the Sigma Phi Epsilon fraternity. Caught drinking with friends in his senior year, he was stripped of his editorship. This prompted him to start cartooning under the alias Seuss, among others. He graduated in 1925. After graduation, Geisel opted to attend Oxford University in England with the goal of becoming an English professor. It was there he met his first wife, Helen Palmer, who convinced him to pursue cartooning after seeing his notebook. The two engaged and were married in 1927, the year he dropped out of Oxford. Once returned to the United States, Geisel began submitting cartoons under the pseudonym Dr. Theophrastus Seuss in 1927. This was shortened to Dr. Seuss in 1928. He began a career of cartooning for Standard Oil for 15 years. When World War II broke out, he started creating political cartoons on a weekly basis and also created animated films for the war effort. Geisel received his big break in children's literature by being asked to illustrate Boners in 1931. This prompted him to write and illustrate his first book under the Dr. Seuss pseudonym, and to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street in 1937. This was published after being turned down 27 times. After World War II, Geisel continued to cartoon for magazines. He and Helen moved to California. Unfortunately, Helen committed suicide in October of 1967 from a combination of cancer and emotional stress from an affair Theodore had with a family friend, Audrey Stone Diamond. After the suicide, Theodore married Audrey in 1968. In 1957, Dr. Seuss published his 13th book and arguably his most notable work, The Cat in the Hat. This book was created when he was approached by Mifflin and Random House Publications in response to a 1954 Life article. This book focuses on 220 primer vocabulary words. Dr. Seuss has two notable works about social injustice, the first being Yertle the Turtle, published in 1958, and was inspired by the rise of Hitler and leads to the rise of the countrymen to topple the dictator and set all the turtles free. The Sneetches, published in 1961, was created to oppose anti-Semitism by displaying that the discrimination of the star-bellied Sneetches against the starless Sneetches, and the learning that Sneetches are Sneetches and no kind of Sneetch is the best on the beaches. Horton Hears a Who, published in 1954, was dedicated to a professor from Kyoto University in Japan and emphasizes a person is a person, no matter how small. Horton takes it upon himself to protect a small race of people facing annihilation. The Who's are meant to present a lesson and protect all to minorities. Dr. Seuss wrote Yertle the Turtle, The Sneetches, and Horton Hears a Who to prevent the treatment and bullying he had suffered as a child and early in college for being a second-generation immigrant from Germany, growing up during the World War I era. His goal was for no one to be persecuted again. Dr. Seuss had many inspirations for characters in his books. The Cat in the Hat and the Grinch, he had often said, were based off of himself. The careless treatment of the environment inspired the 1971 book The Lorax. This book was completely drafted while on vacation in Kenya. The Butter Battle book was inspired by the nuclear arms race of the Reagan administration and published in 1984. Theodore Geisel passed away September 24, 1991, at his California residence at age 87. This was most likely due to natural causes, but possibly was stemmed from a complication with oral cancer. Dr. Seuss's final book was Oh, the Places You'll Go in 1990, which was made to empower people to follow their dreams. Dr. Seuss's works have inspired a multitude of products, including a musical, 4 major motion pictures, television series and specials, and a section of the Island of Adventure theme park in Orlando. 6 of Dr. Seuss's lost works or unfinished works have been published since his death, including Hooray for Diffin' Doofer Day in 1998, as well as a new publication in July, What Pet Should I Get? While serving his suspension from the Jack-O-Lantern magazine at Dartmouth College, Theodore Geisel published under 4 known different pseudonyms, including Seuss. Geisel also published works under 2 other pseudonyms, Theodore Lesig and Rosetta Stone, including 10 Apples Up on Top. Dr. Seuss has received numerous awards, including the 92nd spot in Life Books publication in 2010 of 100 People Who Changed the World, a 1984 Pulitzer Prize, 1955 honorary doctorate degree from Dartmouth College, the Peabody Award in 1971, and New York Public Library's Literary Lion in 1986. Dr. Seuss has also been honored with 3 Academy Awards, 2 Emmy Awards, 3 Caldecott Medals, one for McElligot's Pool in 1947, 1949 in Bartholomew and the Ooblock, and 1950 for If I Ran at the Zoo. He also received a Legion of Merit Medal for his efforts in World War II and is honored with an Hollywood Walk of Fame star. In honor and memory of Theodore Seuss Geisel, an award has been created in his name. This award is given annually to an author and illustrator of the most distinguished American book for beginning readers published in English in the United States. The 2015 recipient of this award is You Are Not Small. Many of Geisel's works fall into the early reader category for building language and vocabulary. In addition to this vocabulary building, stories such as One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish show comparisons between objects. Many new authors have taken the characters such as the Cat in the Hat and have created nonfiction stories to integrate into science. In honor of Dr. Seuss, Random House Publications has created the interactive learning community of Seussville. This community also has resources for parents and educators. Seussville also acts as the portal to the Read Across America Day celebrated on Dr. Seuss's birthday, the Lorax Project for protecting forests and endangered species, and Kids Moving Mountains, a scholarship program for STEAM.